Are we?
Totally
We're in
fire.
the show, by the way.
Okay, we're in. The show is happening.
Before we start the music, just introduce yourself.
I'm Brandi Carlile, and this is Trackstar.
Okay, I'm gonna play you some songs.
Okay.
All you gotta do is tell me who the artist is.
Great.
You ready? You want to keep the coffee? I love how you have just the coffee ready.
Sorry, I'm gonna hand the
you
coffee
can keep
out.
it. It's probably warming.
Yeah, do you know what? It's not bad.
You want me to put the headphones?
Would you?
How's that?
Okay, it's good. I might do like one on, one off. Oh, this is Joni. This is a very special Joni song. This is Joni River.
I've been thinking about Christmas songs, and it's like, that's not a Christmas song, but it is, kind of.
I think it is. It gives you the Christmas feeling when the ding, 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 ding. You can sort of hear sleigh bells that aren't there.
Yeah.
And then it's this melancholy take on the how complicated the holidays are for some people. I think she's one of the first people to really point that out in true Joni Mitchell fashion.
The way that she paints a picture of something in like so few words and transports you to this place with the lyrics, and then the way, like the phrasing, everything is just like out of control.
It's absolutely out of control. No one's ever touched it. No one has ever touched that level of doing it.
When did you like discover Joni Mitchell?
Well, so T-Bone Burnett, who produced one of my first albums, played Joni for me when I was a young girl in my 20s, and I hated it. I was like, I hate this. It actually offended me, and I never really could articulate why, but I was like, turn it off. It was just too much. And then when I turned 30 and I fell in love with my wife, she reintroduced me to Joni Mitchell with the same song. I tried to have the same reaction, but she wouldn't let me. It opened me up as a person and as a woman, and just actually a big turning point in my life was that I really discovered Joni when I was 30.
It's the same for me.
Is it?
I'm serious.
Are we the same?
When I was young,
Okay.
I was like kind of turned off. Maybe I just wasn't, I didn't understand it, what it was doing, and I was like, oh, I don't like Joni Mitchell. And then my wife, when we met, when I was 30, so I swear to God, it was like Joni Mitchell's the best. And I was like, all right, let me try this again. I just heard it differently.
Yeah, we just were
and
ready.
now I'm obsessed.
We were ready, probably because we had fallen in love. And so we were open, as people. And then like whatever that little rotten part of us was that didn't get it when we were 22, gone.
Boom.
Gone.
One for one.
This sounds like my city. This is Nirvana.
MTV Unplugged.
Yeah.
Version. You said this is my city. Tell me about Nirvana and your relationship to Nirvana.
So I'm born and raised, still live in and around the outskirts of Seattle, Washington. And I was born in 1981. So I was a sort of a child in the 90s and kind of coming of age. And that was happening in the backdrop of my life and my city. It's kind of like a part of my story. I'm really proud to be from where that happened and where those amazing artists were, and so many of them still are, and so many passed on.
The epicenter of like music in the world was, you're like, wait, all of a sudden this is like everyone's here, like this is where it's happening.
Yeah, we had like our own music row and everything at one point. I remember being a teenager and just thinking it was totally normal that like Island Def Jam and Mercury, the record labels were in Seattle. They all left, but there's all these relics of that time there, like unused recording studios and venues that are just sitting there with these empty stages from that moment. There's this beautiful melancholy and complication to that scene and everything it left.
What about that kind of music for you? Like, do you ever get into a little like grunge?
I do get into it, and it makes its way into what I do in this really authentic but like angsty way. And especially right now, I'm like at a point in my life where I'm revisiting who I was as a teenager. So I'm feeling it more than ever. In fact, I saw Ed Vedder last night sing. I was like brought to my feet. When he opens his mouth and his voice comes out, I'm like, you're my president. Like you're the sound of my city, and it just, I feel a sense of pride about that music.
The Into the Wild soundtrack that he did is out of control.
I loved it.
I mean, all Pearl Jam's amazing, but that album, it's just like a stripped back thing, but the powers of his voice and stuff.
It just shows what a great songwriter he is.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, John Krakauer that wrote Into the Wild and Into Thin Air and Under the Banner of Heaven, that's a Seattle author too. So that was quite a collaboration. Seattle. Oh, just CSN, Crosby, Stills and Nash. I almost said Joni, because it was like, it has that Laurel Canyon-y thing, but I'm really bad with intros. For me, like a song starts when the singer starts.
Yeah.
So I was like, could this be a Joni deep cut? But it's not.
Probably inspired. They were all hanging out together, and they were probably doing that little.
I think so. Like sonically, it was all inspired in this kind of like kismet, Laurel Canyon-y way. Is that Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, or is that just Crosby, Stills and Nash? That one.
Just Crosby, Stills and Nash.
Yeah. What a great song. Judy Blue Eyes, right?
So good. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, this is the Indigo Girls. I mean, you didn't have to play the smash hit. You could have gone deep cut.
Okay, ready?
This is Closer to Fine.
Well, the first days are the hardest days, don't you worry anymore.
I was talking about this with my brother-in-law the other night. This cover that they did. 2005?
Oh, you got me on this one. This is great. They sound so young.
Grateful Dead.
I love being introduced to a gem.
We were talking about our most played songs, and my brother-in-law's like, "Oh, this is my most played song this year." And I'm like, "That's so random,
love your brother.
but it makes
He's random.
sense."
Man, they had this great live album called 1200 Curfews. That one and Mirror Ball by Sarah McLachlan are probably two of my favorite all-time live albums, and they're real deep cuts on 1200 Curfews, like
so
demos
fire.
from when they were teenagers and everything.
Ain't no talking to this man, ain't no pretty other side, ain't no way.
I know my wife knows this one. It's just Patty.
Yeah.
This is Patty.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
What's it like at home with the music?
So I don't know if you saw, but my wife and I we did this. We did Trackstar, and she wiped the floor with me.
Lisa, no! Oh my god. Bitch! Meredith Brooks! Oh, yes! God, I'm good at this.
Help me at this.
Elton's cool. So it's on the sound, Sheryl Crow! No! Every day's a winding road, Sheryl Crow!
Can you calm down?
No, I can't come down. Well, I can't help who I am.
And it was Lilith Fair themed. And like I have a PhD in Lilith Fair, but again, I have like almost a mental block about intros. Like if I could start every song on the first line, I would start every song on the first line. She absolutely annihilated me. She is such a music fan, and she's a songwriter herself. And do you know how we met, actually? We both have a heart for activism and charity and a sort of outreach. And she was working for Paul McCartney all the way in London many, many years ago as his charity organizer. And I had started a campaign to teach women and just vulnerable people in at-risk and underserved communities self-defense for free. And it was a cool project. She read about it, and she called us wanting to like see if Paul could donate to help us raise money for our thing. And I was like, I like this woman. So I started talking to her for about a year, thinking I was talking to someone who's Paul's age. So I thought I was being mentored by like a 75-year-old woman. And I'm thinking, she's so wise, she's brilliant. And then
you're on the phone, you're just becoming friends, you're talking.
Yeah, and I'm really looking up to this person. Like, this is, you know how I am with older people. I'm like, I'm in. So I get to New York City, and the charity lady from Paul McCartney is going to come to my show and meet me. And when I walked backstage and I saw this 28-year-old knockout, I was astounded. I mean, I've never been so shocked.
And they're like, bing! Arrow through the heart.
Yeah, and here we are, 14 years later, married for 14 years.
That's kind of a dream come true. That's like a movie.
Yeah, I like it.
It's like Sleepless in Seattle. What are like those movies where they are talking but they never see each other and then it happens?
Yeah, it's the reverse of how that usually goes. I'll say I was very pleasantly surprised. This is Lucinda.
I love this song.
She's a turning point artist.
What does that mean?
Well, like Joni. So she began an entire generation of singer-songwriters that followed in her footsteps. And then the several generations after that don't know that they're doing it. She's a turning point artist. Car Wheels on a Gravel Road was a turning point album. There will only ever be one.
I saw her this summer and she played that song. And it sounded like better even than that recording, but the like the power in her voice and performance.
Oh, that gravel and that richness and like the preacher quality that she's got going on. I know.
It's just like you get emotional. Like I don't know. I felt very lucky to see that performance.
Yeah, and if you talk to her, it's like you listen to that and she's, oh, you're not my man. If you talk to her, she goes, you're not my man. She talks the way she sings because she's so authentic. It's just a slight change when it becomes her a conversation and her doing music. It's just a very nuanced change.
Okay. Oops.
Don't want to lose your Carmex.
This is really important.
It's essential.
This time of year. This episode's brought to you by... No.
Ooh, this is Elton John. This is from Tumbleweed Connection. Ballad of a Well-Known Gun.
Yes.
And for my name. I stuttered on my answer and hung my head in shame.
Talk about Elton.
There are going to be people listening that are going to hear that and not know that's Elton John.
Yeah.
Because it's so
Oh, yeah.
funky. It's such a funky country blues, Americana smash to me. Everything about the way I hear drums and guitar, a rhythm section, song structure, whenever it feels roots, whenever it feels most authentically me, it comes from my belief in that album as just erasing the boundaries of genre.
It's like underrated.
Unbelievable. It's lyrically thematic. It's like one of Bernie Taupin's greatest achievements too. Just amazing. It's another turning. You keep playing turning point moments. Like these are the big moments. Like Nirvana changed everything. Lucinda birthed Sheryl Crow. These albums and these artists, they're not just a part of the culture. They were the beginning of the culture.
You inspired this playlist.
Yeah,
I was just thinking
you're
about
right.
stuff that you might like.
I like it a lot.
When you can't win.
This is Marcus. This is Rubber Band Man.
He told me the story from his perspective, but
Yeah.
what's your side of the story? Where'd that song come from?
I love Marcus on a level that isn't industrial. It's not based on the job that we do. There's a connection that seems like centuries old, I guess, with me and him. I feel him deeply, and when he goes through things, it matters to me. We were talking a lot. He was asking a lot of questions, and I was asking a lot of questions, and I just sort of like was daydreaming and dozing one day, and I thought of him as this like rubber band man, and wrote this kind of lyric like about him and sent it just like hoping he would get it, and he sort of did, because Marcus is an amazing man. He's kind of a preacher, and he's been through a lot in his life, and he's convicted. He's a convicted soul, but he's not rigid in his beliefs. He can flex and move and change. He can learn, and he can be humbled and changed, and so he's kind of fluid to me, and like a rubber band man, and I think that's what you want to be.
He played that song for us at Electric Lady.
You're a world away, but you're still the same. I know you by your heart now.
And it wasn't out yet, and I was like, what's a Rubber Band Man? Like, where's that?
He's like, I don't know.
And he's like, well, got a call from Brandi Carlile. She said, you're the Rubber Band Man. and then that's the story. It was hilarious.
We should all aspire to be a little more flexible in our beliefs, and he's just kind of good at it. Which one? Is this Loretta? Tammy?
I was standing.
Carter family.
Tell me about the Carter family.
Well, the Carter family are so foundational. That's
I was
why I
gonna say
can't tell.
foundational.
I'm like, is this, okay, who's in here? I hear Patsy in here. I hear Tammy in here. I hear Loretta in here. I hear Kitty Wells in here. And it's like the Carter family are in everyone. They're in all of us. And may the circle be unbroken. It's crazy because I sang that song when I was really young as a medley. So we would do that medley, and it would start out with, when I was a little bitty baby, my mama used to rock me in my cradle in them old cotton fields back home. And then we would start May the Circle Be Unbroken on the chorus. So I always believed that was the first verse to May the Circle Be Unbroken.
Who's we? Like, when is it?
Oh, me and my mom and my brother and sister and like our family, we sang country music growing up.
I like some of the really early Carter family recordings when they're like crackly and
Yeah,
they're like these artifacts
yeah.
of just really early recorded music. It even adds another layer of something to
Yeah.
like this to the story of the songs.
Yeah, it draws you in because there's imperfection in it that you don't hear anymore. So you hear these kind of vulnerabilities, I would say, because of the recording capacity and abilities of the times. You hear these vulnerabilities and you're already pulling for whoever's about to sing because you hear the humanity in it.
For some reason, I just thought about "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou"
Ugh,
and T-Bone Burnett.
T-Bone Burnett
And putting together like
and Lost
kinda
Highway.
new songs and old songs and putting together like this story and really telling the story of Americana and old, American music, and the way it weaves through that film. Like the music in that movie, just like,
Yeah.
that was an entry point for me.
That began an interest in bluegrass and Americana and roots music. It set the scene for so many of the great things we love now to come after it, from Tyler to Sturgill to Sierra. It's really cool to see that was sort of like a second or third or even fourth beginning for the genre, because there have been so many of those milestone moments. But Oh Brother, it's a great movie, great soundtrack, came out on Lost Highway, great label.
Remember at the beginning when you were like, oh, I'm not going to know these songs?
I mean, I know when the voice starts. This is definitely Chris Cornell singing, so this is Soundgarden. That voice. Oh my God. Soundgarden. Finally got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
There's a connection, these songs, between these songs.
It doesn't seem like it. It's erratic, but it is there.
Okay, one more.
Okay.
You may be
This is a hard one.
You've had a lot of hard ones. I don't know this one.
The Flying Burrito Brothers.
Oh, the Flying Burrito Brothers.
Sneaky.
Of lore.
Of lore.
Do you know who the biggest Flying Burrito Brothers fan
Who?
is in the planet? You'll never guess. Now you're going to get something wrong.
Elton John.
No. I mean, that you could see that. Mike McCready, the lead guitar player for Pearl Jam.
Wow.
That's who hit me to the Flying Burrito Brothers.
Respect.
Respect on Mikey's name.
I see that.
Yeah.
I see that. We're going to make a donation.
All right.
To where?
Will you donate to the Looking Out Foundation, please?
Done. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you.
Thanks
What
for
a
coming
joy.
on.
Hey, come tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this.